is up, guys? Welcome to the episode. Thank you for tuning in. This is Trainer Talk with Flac 2.0. So if you're new to the channel, let's go ahead and get some business taken care of first before we get started with today's episode. If you are new to the channel, my name is Flac 2.0. I'm a certified personal trainer through the National Academy of Sports Medicine. And basically these series of videos, we're going to be talking about, getting back into the gym. The idea of the channel is to help motivate, educate, and empower the plus size model to get back into the gym. If you haven't seen any of the other videos or anything that I've made previously, go ahead and check why I became a certified personal trainer. I'll go ahead and leave links in the description below. If you are interested in this content, you think that it's going to be something you want to follow, don't forget to put a thumbs up on the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe with notifications on. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about, if you follow me on any of the socials that are upstairs or right above me, on Twitter, on Instagram, or check out the website SeanFlac.com. You'll know that I've been hashtagging Just Show Up. We'll be talking about that today, and we're gonna go over wrapping your hands. One of the things that I do is I kickbox, and teaching a team kickboxing at my home gym, BattleFit Gym. I'll go ahead and leave a description for them, so shout out to them. And yeah, so before we get into the full-blown episode, let's kind of just take care of some business. Again, my name is Flac 2.0. You can find me at all the socials that are upstairs. So, Twitter at Flac, Instagram Sean_Flac 2.0, or you can check out my website where it's a culmination of all the content from Instagram, from YouTube. Also, I have a blog there, and get to know a little bit more about me if you want to go ahead and hit that website right there. Anyway, let's get into the episode. Thank you for stopping by, tuning in. I am going to be doing a demonstration on how to wrap your hands. If you're here for that, I'll go ahead and leave a timestamp in the description so you can skip all the blah, blah, blah and get right back to the meats and potatoes of why you're here. So let's kind of get into it. Again, the purpose of the channel, and you'll see this kind of format. I'm a dad. I have another channel, just Flac 2.0. So this is the PhatGuyFitness channel that I'm doing. That is going to basically be fitness related. So this is my very first episode of Trainer Talk. What you could expect from it is basic. We're going to be talking about it. It is recorded live. Don't have a lot of time to edit, so like I said, I'll do my best to leave timestamps in each video to kind of get through any of the topics we're talking about. And then if you do like this format and you would actually like to join in the conversation, leave comments down below. And obviously, I have the capability to stream it live, so if you guys like to tune in and talk to me in real time, leave a comment in the comment section below. And obviously, as the channel grows, and more people are interested in doing live streaming, talking, more than would love to do that with you guys. Other than that, it's mainly going to be recorded live. So yeah, I'll do my best to leave timestamps in the description below. So if you don't know that much about me, first of all, I want to say, got my little shout out bar going there, the ticker across the bottom. Those are my 3 latest subscribers. So I want to thank Silver 8 Fitness, A Voice of Reason, and Lil Sanity 0 for subbing. Thank you for that. So if I don't want to go into too much backstory, because I want to get into the meat and potatoes of the Just Show Up campaign and then the hand wraps. So if you want to know a little bit more about me and what I'm doing with this channel and this content, definitely check out the other video that I have, why I became a certified personal trainer, why I chose NASM. And then, of course, check out the website. You could also hit me up on the Twitter and, follow me on Instagram. If I'm pretty quick to get back to DMs and things like that. If you are interested, please reach out. So let's kind of get into it. So the Just Show Up campaign basically is motivating and inspiring the plus size model to get back to the gym or get to the gym. And one of the reasons that I became the main reason why I became a certified personal trainer was because I felt that there wasn't a training program that was out in the media that spoke to me as an individual. Like I'm a big fan of Men's Health, like Men's Health magazine, like right here. I have my big book of exercises that I'm using to get some exercise ideas out of for my programming. So I'm a big proponent for Men's Health. I love their magazine. I love the stuff that they put out there, but a lot of it doesn't speak to me as a bigger person. A lot of the programs, even a lot of the books that you read, none of them really spoke to me and was like, hey, I love this program. This program's going to work for me. And especially like fitness, like the nutrition piece I get. Like you'll never be able to outwork a bad diet. So right now what I'm doing to help me with that obstacle in my journey is I'm pursuing a certification to be a nutrition coach, also through the National Academy of Sports Medicine. So I could change my relationship I have with food, but we'll talk about that in another video. Today we're going to be talking about Just Show Up. So Just Show Up mainly is get there, like find that place that you want to, that's enjoyable to you, that where you'll do something active. So yeah, in the time of this recording, we're in the middle of COVID, so there isn't that much you could go out and do and find this whole mental health thing. But so a lot of us are like working from home, or we've really developed a even more sedentary lifestyle than it was before. If you don't know, also I'm a gamer, so I love gaming. I love video games. I love being in front of, the computer. Shout out to Shadowpack Gaming. I'll put their link in the description below. My gaming community that I'm a part of. I love being around them, hanging out with them. In the pandemic, this was a place for, to kind of get out, but not get out, still be safe. But as things are opening up, you got that COVID 20, maybe that COVID, 25, COVID 40, where you've gained all this weight by even being more sedentary than you were previously. So the idea of Just Show Up is to find a place you enjoy being that you can get some physical activity in, including unplugging, unplugging from the desk, from the cell phone, whatever the case is, and start off that as the routine. So that's basically what I'm doing is, we have a bunch of like big box gyms in our area, and let's see, oh yeah, got my Just Show Up hashtag on my sweatshirt. But there's a bunch of big box gyms, and I'm actually not a proponent for the gym. Like I didn't like going to the gym, but I've been in martial arts my whole life. So I boxed, kickbox, kung fu, karate, kembo, aikido, eskrima, like all these different martial arts has always kept me wanting to be active. So what I went ahead and did is I found a local boxing gym that's actually in our neighborhood here, and I decided to sign up there. Long story short, I enjoy kicking and punching the heavy bag, and it just so happens that they have a full-blown weight room and all that stuff, and if you've seen any of my shorts, you'll see me do some videos in there and stuff like that. But regardless, I found a place I wanted to get to, and I did not have a strong understanding of exercise besides the conditioning that we did in like kung fu and kembo and like obviously the kickboxing, a lot of conditioning, but I was just doing what people told me. I didn't understand the why. I didn't know if what I was doing was right for me. And this is obviously, I just hit 40 this past year, so I'm older. So I can't do those conditioning things that I used to. So in order for me to get back to the gym, I decided to become a certified personal trainer to have a better understanding of exercise, being able to create programs that talk to me individually, that addressed, I have a bad left knee, Obviously, I can't take falls like I used to. I can't, sit down on the floor too long. I mean, stuff like that. So being old, overweight, and diabetic, um, I just can't do some of these fitness programs. And not saying that I wasn't willing to pay for professional help. I wanted to approach it where I could be my own trainer and I could develop programs that help plus size models like myself get to the gym and, set realistic goals. And, so the Just Show Up campaign is the first step of that, is basically taking that first step, finding, like actively trying to find a place. Like, if you want to go to the park, or, you live by the water, you're going to the beach, you're walking along the beach or the bike path, or, you do find a gym, or you do find that your place of activities in the garage or the backyard, whatever the case is. But it is to actively go out and find some place that you feel comfortable in to be more active. So that, and then consistently, like the main thing you got to remember as far as like getting back to the gym and expectation is you didn't gain the weight overnight. So don't expect, and even in this book that I got, I love Men's Health, but they really put different expectations out there. Like this is the marketing you get, right? In this book, it says, 4 weeks to a leaner, stronger, more muscular you. Which you can't really see it because, my green screen filter's going in full effect right now. But this is the guy that they're like, oh yeah, you could look like this guy. And I'll never look like this guy in 4 weeks. So I love the book. I love their material because they have a lot of educational material or whatever. But if you take it for face value and you think that, oh, I could do this in 4 weeks, you didn't get the weight in 4 weeks. So the idea is to set a realistic expectation that's going to take more than that. And obviously going through the certified personal training stuff, it really gave me an understanding of exercise. Like I really did not like weightlifting, and come to find out that there's so many benefits to weightlifting, not only like cardio and stuff like that. But the idea really is to just show up. Find that space that you feel comfortable in, and getting there every day consistently. Even if it's a walk every day, 20, 30-minute walk just to the park, or, wherever, taking your bike to the bike trail, or, walking the dog, or whatever the case it is. Whatever it is, be consistent with it and just show up. Just showing up, if you do find, you find a gym that you want to get to or whatever, getting there's 85% of the battle, right? Once you get there, just put in the work. You're already there. Roll out of bed, get to the gym, get more active. One of the things that I do love about the gym that I'm part of, again, BattleFit Gym, shout out to you guys, is everybody that's there is really nice, and what I really feel about taking away from my gym and my gym experience is that the community that you build, that you get from that. Because you guys are all in there, like, I go in there and I say hi and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And then, small talk, hey, how was your weekend, da, 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 and then it's boom, to work. And everybody has that same mentality. They're nice, they're cordial, they say, hey, you're not a stranger. And that's what I like about it's a smaller, like, boutique gym. It's not like a big box gym. But people are nice there. And, the times that I go, same people every day. Quick chat. Hey, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Boom. Put the pads on, wrap the hands up, put the pads on, the Muay Thai shin guards on, and get to work. Next thing you know, 20, 30 minutes are gone. 30, 45 minutes are gone. And you wrap everything up. You say, peace out to everybody. And you go. Like, one thing I love about my place is that community that I feel I'm a part of. So not only am I getting more physically strong and physically active, I'm also gaining that mental, need to be amongst like-minded people. So yeah, find that space that you find comfortable and show up. And that's the very first step to getting more active. You'll hear me talk about like just being more active and just, showing up and don't kill yourself, push yourself, don't kill yourself. In the class that I teach, I actually teach the team kickboxing class there. that's what I always tell the kids. Like, don't kill yourself, push yourself. Your only competition is yourself. Like, don't go in there and compare yourself to others. Go in there and compare yourself to yourself and push yourself. You don't want to sit here and kill yourself and injure yourself, especially, I'm older. These kids are, young, spry, whatever, but, being a plus size model, being older, again, being diabetic, there's a whole lot more challenges that I have to address, that I know a lot of other people that are in my same situation would rather ignore it instead of actively attack the obstacles. So that's what this channel is about. That's what, the Just Show Up campaign is about, is just show up. Let's get our first foot in the door, and then we'll figure it out from there. But let's consistently get there. So yeah, any questions on that, for sure, leave a comment in the description. What are you guys doing to get out there? Like, why are you here? Like, what would you expect for me to talk about? Again, one of the main things I wanted to do was get my my personal training certification, so that I could speak from, number one, a place of perspective, and also a place of education. And so that, not only can I do my own journey, I could also share it with you. I could also relate and empathize with what you're going through, but at the same time be able to apply the things that I've learned through certification and give realistic expectations and, what to expect when you're dealing with a certified personal trainer. And like, what is the selling point of getting one if you want one? So if you have any questions on certified personal training, right now I'm not taking on any clients. I'm, trying to build up my portfolio and, again, kind of get along with my, I'm going to be my first client, get along with my own programming and stuff like that. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you have any questions for a personal trainer, you want to talk about health, fitness, nutrition, or anything like that, some of the obstacles, leave a comment in the description below, and like I said, I'll do my best to get back to every comment if I get any. So yeah, let's just switch on over to my studio chat. Let's go ahead and switch over to that, and with this you're gonna see hey guys, green screened out, and then of course I have my secondary. So anyway, these are the hand wraps that I'm going to be using, and they're just so hand wraps. This is like at the beginner thing, and I gotta kind of remember where we are. 18 minutes in. So one of the main things about where it's a boxing gym, and I do work with teenagers, and there's some teens that did not know how to wrap their hands just yet. So part of my class, I require them to wrap their hands. I even issued out hand wraps to some of my students when I very first started, so that at least, we could set a standard. So these ones I believe are 185. They come in different sizes. I believe it's like a 90, and these are like centimeters or whatever. 120, 185. You could go on Amazon or wherever you go. I actually, as much as I can, which unfortunately I might not be able to anytime soon, but this is a local brand that if you've seen any of my other videos on my other channel, that I've supported them my whole martial arts career, my whole adult martial arts career. So anyway, let's go ahead and unwrap them. So we're going to go ahead and unwrap these, and then we're going to kind of wrap our hands. Okay, so obviously you want to make sure that you purchase the right ones for your size. And we'll kind of talk about a couple things, the way to shorten them, and but let's get to the wrap. Okay, so on the one side, obviously you have the thumb hook, which is right here. So we're gonna go ahead and just take it and wrap it around your hand like that, and we're gonna wrap it. So generally we're gonna go 3 times around the palm. So 1, 2, 3, just like that. And then we'll go 3 times around the wrist, for wrist support. Now, if you don't know, 1, 2, 3. All right, so now it looks like that. So you got 3 times around the palm and 3 times around the wrist. So if you don't know what the hand wraps are for, they're to give your hand a whole lot more wrist support when you're hitting something, and also when you hit something, your hand expands. So you want to make sure that your hand wraps are tight enough to help support with that, so that every time you hit something, it keeps your hand together. So once we go ahead and 3 times around the palm, and then 3 times around the wrist, we're going to take it from here. You're going to go under the thumb, and I like to go between the pinky and the ring finger first, right? And then we'll go around the wrist again, like that. So, kind of like that. That's what it kind of looks like right there. And then once we go around the wrist, tighten it up. You want to make sure that they're not too tight, but they're taut. Taut, is that a word? Yes, it is. So then between the middle finger and the ring fingers next, same thing. Go under, spread those fingers apart, and then around the if you want, you go around the wrist one more time, kind of get that taut again. Coming back by the thumb, you're gonna go for your pointer and your middle finger, like that. All right, that's the next one. And then, as you're doing this, you want to make sure the stuff doesn't go flat. Right? And then now we're going to go around the wrist, but now we're going to, what I like to call, is make the glove. So you're going to go around the palm, like that. Okay, so now you should be looking at something that looks kind of like that, or again, if you're right here, it looks like this. All right. Now, depending on the fighter will wrap their hands differently depending on what the focus is. So, sometimes they go heavy around the wrist, sometimes they go heavy around the palm, sometimes they'll have additional padding up on the knuckles to help protect their knuckles. But this is just a general, like, how do we wrap our hands? So once we kind of get the glove going, you could kind of go a couple more times around that if you'd like. Otherwise, at this point, you're like, okay, how much do I have left? What you could do is kind of make it go around a little bit lower on the wrist, and then just make sure you kind of get back toward that center, and that when you're done, you collapse it to where it's on your wrist, like that. Okay, so your hand should look like that. It's depending. Now, we'll do it on the other side. Kind of do it one more time, so we'll do it one more time for you guys. I actually do work out with my wrist, with my watch on, but I'm not going to wrap my other hand like that with that on. So that's going to be the first hand, guys, like that. Excuse me. I had to sneeze. So yeah, so that's what that looks like. And like so. All right, so let's do it again. So unwrap it. On this one, I'm going to actually shorten it. I'm going to show you a technique to shorten your hand wrap. So if you went out, or your mom went out, or whoever went out and really didn't understand, they just saw hand wraps and picked them up and didn't really think about, were they too long or too short, this is a technique that you can use to shorten them. So so instead of putting your thumb in here into the thumb hook, right, what you're going to go ahead and do is just fold that back. Right, then what you're going to do is take it and hold it like this. Right, just hold it like that. Now, let me take my ring off. And you're going to wrap it around your hand like this. 1, 2, 3. Wrap it around 3 times, or you could go 4 depending on how much you have to shorten it. Then you're going to take it off. Take it off your hand like that, so that you basically get this. Now the reason why you want to wrap it around your hand, because what you're going to do is put it on top, just like that. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and wrap it there. So that took a large, significant number, or centimeters or whatever, off of it. So just go ahead and, start wrapping it. So you got to do this a little careful because it gets a little tricky because you don't have a thumb hole to, but do your best, right? That's not my best. Or maybe you could even like put it down here if you want, but I always tell, usually I'm helping students wrap their hands, so I'll put it on the top. So let's just go with that on the top. Make it a little taut. And then I'll adjust it here in a minute. Make sure it's still in the camera so you guys can see. Okay, so once it's like wrapped around the one time, then I'll go ahead and adjust it. And then we'll just kind of continue. So you go around the palm 3 times. 1, 2, 3. It's a little, right? And then we'll go, so we got it like that. Go around the wrist 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Right, so that's what it's kind of looking like. And then now you're going to go again from the back of the thumb to there, between the pinky and the ring finger. And since we've shortened them, I'm not going to go around the wrist again because I'm going to lose. I could already see they're really too short for me. I'm going to go right there in between the ring finger, middle finger. So again, 3 times around the palm, 3 times around the wrist, and then start working them through your fingers, right? And then you got the next one. And then around the wrist and around the palm again, which I like to call make the glove. Okay, so around the wrist, then around the glove, make that. And so obviously you see it's a little bit more padded on the top because obviously there's more padding. So depending on what you want in your hand wraps, where you want more support, you'll kind of determine that. And then we'll finish up around the wrist, right? And then we might get into a situation like this, right? You can't see it. It's like, oh, wait a minute. The Velcro is now on the wrong side. So how am I supposed to wrap it up? I'm gonna have to redo my hands. So a lot of students, they make that mistake, and it's like, no, you don't have to do that. So go ahead and unwrap it just a little bit until you get to like right here. Make it taut and spin it. And then from there, once you twist it, you're good to go. There it is. So that's the hand wrapping. So this one's obviously a little bit more padded. It's shortened. You could tell by how much I have left on this one versus how much I have on that one. Kind of give you the overhead view. All right, guys. This one's obviously shorter than that one because I've shortened it. And that's basically what your hands would look like after they're wrapped. So then, of course, I gotta put my cool little sleeves down and be all good. That's what you see me looking like at the gym. So yeah, that's basically it. Let's go ahead and switch on over. So that's the hand wrapping, and it's pretty simple. It's just something you have to kind of always do. The importance of the hand wraps really is the safety. It's the safety of yourself, making sure that you're protecting your hands as much as possible. Because if you're a fighter, they're generally going to be like your money makers or whatever you want to call it. So again, just show up, guys. If you guys got any comments, questions, or emotional outbursts about that, don't be afraid to go ahead and hit that. Leave a comment in the description below. If you have any questions about hand wraps, you could also hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and also on the website that's over there. And I think that's going to be it for this episode of Trainer Talk with Sean Flac. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did find any value into it, please give it a like, give it that good thumbs up. If you're interested in supporting the channel, supporting a plus size model, sharing their personal journey with you through fitness, go ahead and hit subscribe. and with notifications on. I appreciate it. It does everything for the channel, helps the channel grow. Also, you'll get your name in this cool little ticker that is right under me. That's right there. And that's basically it. So I'll go ahead and do my best to go ahead and put timestamps in the video. If you guys got any questions, comments, emotional outbursts, don't be afraid to reach out to me. And I think that's going to be it. So let's go ahead and end up on the ending screen. Welcome to the end of the show. If you made it this far, I want to say, first of all, thank you. Again, right above me, again, I have my socials that are up there. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, check out the website. Right now, as far as streaming goes and stuff like that, the schedule is flex Monday through Sunday. And then again, I always want to say thank you to all the new subs. They're going to be down there below. So that's Silver 8 Fitness, Voice of Reason, and Little Sanity Zero. Thank you for all your support. And until the next episode, I guess I'll just have to peace out.